Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. We have a fascinating guest in studio. It's Stacey Lynn Cripps, and she's an entertainment spiritual medium. So welcome. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
You are an entertainment medium, but so much more. Tell me all about it.
So I am a spiritual medium. I have the gift of spirit. I've had it most of my life, but more so in the last 7 years when I had a spiritual awakening. But as an entertainment medium, I am connected to the music legends and entertainers in spirit, in heaven, in rock and roll heaven, actually. And so I have given spiritual readings to some of their family and friends. My father was an entertainer, so music was a constant in my house growing up. And they started kind of bringing in these connections about 6-7 years ago. And any musical legend icon that passes just knocks on my door through meditation. And I let them do the work. I let them set up the situation where I'm to meet somebody that they know to give them heartfelt messages. But more so what I'm learning from them is that they have a desire to continue to mentor their proteges and their musicians and people in this industry to, be in their talents and to live their fullest life. Just like they mentored while they were here, they still can mentor behind the heavenly veil.
Well, I often think sometimes our musicians have left us too soon.
Yes, they have. Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me that they're trying to connect to continue some work.
Yes.
That's
yes.
right. So we talked about spiritual signs. So let's talk to me a little bit about spiritual signs.
Yes. Okay. So spiritual signs are tangible physical signs that show up in our environment that are from our loved ones in spirit. And we can feel these signs. We can see these signs. We can hold these signs. And they give us, I'll say, chills and goosebumps. And we can feel their love and we can feel the spiritual connection. And Prince is I'll say, amazing at bringing these spiritual signs. He actually connected to me on the day he passed, and he said, "I'll be with you shortly." And I went into meditation, and he was right there with Whitney Houston, because I'd done some work with Whitney Houston. And he said, "I hear you're a master." And I said, "Well, I don't know if I'd call myself a master." He goes, "Well, I work with masters, so I want to work with you." And he goes, "I'm going to bring you a sign, and I'm going to be in your meditation workshop the next day." So I was giving a meditation workshop to a bunch of people the very next day. And this lady signed up last minute, and she came to the table and she said, "I want to connect with Prince. I have his tambourine. I got it from a concert." So that was one of the immediate signs from Prince, and he continued that. And not only that, he brought so many signs, and he was very spiritual while he was here, so he knows how to do this. He really does. And a lot of people have to learn about it when they get over to heaven, how to connect, but he really had it down pat. And he continued to bring me signs and told me that he was going to connect me to one of his beautiful ones. And he did just that. A friend of mine in San Francisco ran into, I'll say, a very close family member of his, and he set this all up on this one day I was in vacation in Michigan while I was receiving signs from him left and right on this vacation. 1999 license plate, a Prince artwork while we were on our way to this restaurant in Michigan. It was everywhere, and that hour was the same time that he connected a friend of mine to one of his beautiful ones in San Francisco, and I gave her a reading.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, and when we talk about these spiritual signs, it is being open to them, and that's the way they communicate to you.
Yes, that is. And this is the heavenly language that's ever present around us. It's the spiritual signs, it's the synchronicities that we get into, where things are happening over and over again, and we're feeling like this lightness and this love. And it's our loved ones in spirit that are just bringing up our vibration to let us know that they're still with us and they're still loving us and guiding us still.
It's wonderful. And it's probably your father's connection.
Yes.
That has opened up all these, really, amazing rock and roll legends to come to see you.
Yeah, so my father was an Elvis impersonator. Okay. He had the jumpsuits, he recorded out of the house. I sang backup for him once or twice at some weddings. And my father loved Elvis, and we all of us grew up with Elvis every single day in our house. And when my father passed away about 6 years ago, he was coming to me in meditation, he brought Elvis to me. And Elvis connected with me, and he said, "I'm going to connect you to, his first wife. And so I said, "Okay. All right." And he told me his nickname was Big E, which I didn't know. And then it got validated. One day I was listening to radio, and they said, and they were speaking about Elvis, and they mentioned Big E. Well, Elvis, sure enough, 2 years to the week that he started to connect with me, his wife, or first wife, Priscilla, was in town. And he was playing Burning Love in my meditation when I would wake up in the morning. I got in the shower, I turned the radio, Burning Love was on. I'm like, oh, it's happened 3 times today, what's going on? And then I heard on the radio that she was in town, so I went to see her. And it was very much a full circle moment because he had been bringing me signs galore, like daily, until she showed up that day. And I got to talk with her, and I got to share some my spiritual journey, some messages from Elvis. And she actually told me my father knew Elvis, which I was not aware of. So it was a very big circle moment for me.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
That's got to be a lot of work for you, too. I mean, because it's not like they are going to, it's happening anytime and anywhere, really, it sounds like.
Well, yes, I'm open. I'm open quite often, so I receive like on a regular basis. And when they start to bring signs, like yesterday, I was pulling out of a neighborhood, and right in front of me was a purple Jeep, head to toe, with the Prince love symbol #2 on the back of the Jeep with the license plate Purple Rain. I was like, okay, Prince. We are going to do this tomorrow. So it was just a sign of you're spot on, I mean, let's do this. So you get these signs and you feel it, so you feel the love from the other side.
So being an entertainment medium, you often have workshops and things where we can come hear about your experiences?
Yes, so I give live events, and I have a live event coming up in September 21st at North Central College. I'll be doing that live event with a New York Times bestselling author by the name of James Redfield. And I give spiritual readings to the audience to receive from their loved ones in heaven. They're all evidential, so it's all evidence-based that comes through in the messages. I get a lot of names, and it just, it's amazing. It lets people know that the love doesn't die, that they're still with them spiritually, and they can still, love them and guide them from behind the veil.
That's wonderful, and this is it's a nice way to start your journey, is to go to this event and just kind of see what it's all about, and that there are other people who kind of feel the same.
Yes.
Because I think there's a little hesitation of wanting to make that connection, and then once you start, you realize, what have I been waiting for?
Right, or what have I been missing?
Right.
Really, I mean, we're all spirit first, having a human experience here. It's not the other way around. So it's just being in our spirit, which I say 18 inches down from the head to the heart is where your spirit is. And if we can be more in our heart and be light, we're really going to experience, spirit from the other side, and we're going to, live this greatest life and feel fulfilled and still feel that love that, even though that they're not in the physical anymore, they're still loving us and guiding us.
Well, you bring a lot of comfort, a lot of hope, just everything. So thanks for stopping by and telling us a little bit of what you're doing, and we wish you a lot of luck in September, and we'll talk to you soon. So
thanks, it's been a pleasure.
We'll be right back with Business Connection. Stay tuned.